So get on it.
Blink. What was that? News alert.
We're still screwed.
What's news alert?
How Brazil elected their version
Trump.
of Donald Trump.
He's not quite
Even
as,
after he got stabbed, he still won.
he's not quite as orange though.
Speaking of orange, you look orange.
They just call it the way it is.
Oompa, oompa,
President do.
No, he does look orange.
Him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's these lights. They're a different color from these two.
Hey, I'm almost tall enough to be a Oompa Loompa.
Almost.
Maybe next year.
I'm stretching, trying to get there.
Even with your list, not fun.
Cheers.
So
Welcome everybody.
I got it. So actually, when you're looking at the screen, it looks like they're sitting right next to each other. In fact, you're like 5 feet behind him.
That's the way we do it.
Yeah, so he looks bigger than you.
There's two barrels, and we just super
Editing magic.
Yeah. Okay, now you can restart.
Welcome everybody.
I should do a video of it's just his head there. The big giant head. Name it.
That's the third rock from the
Good
third.
job.
Let me stand up and show you how tall I really am.
See, he's lying. He just looked at me, no problem. Cheers.
Welcome everybody.
Why was that funny?
Because it hurt.
Yeah, we're back. He still hurts. We're still in the same clothes. We're doing a back-to-back episode today.
Yeah.
Something we never, ever do.
This is the first one we've ever done back to back.
We try to just film different days.
Different clothes.
Different clothes. We just never film back-to-back. But we are today. That's why your neck still hurts and I'm in the same shirt.
Are you lying?
So...
You can edit that out, can't you?
I wish I could edit everything he does out. So we're looking at Berkshire Mountains bourbon whiskey from New England. So we're finishing off our New England Boston distilled. This is our last one. And this one's a little bit more expensive. You can't get it on Total Wines and More. It's $50, $49.99. So that will make it a one barrel on the cost. And I really hate these one barrels because $50 doesn't seem like that much. But it just totally messes with our barrel rating.
Yeah.
So I think that...
But it does. I mean, $50 is a lot if you...
It is. And we designed the barrel rating with the cost because of our idea that we're looking at stuff for the common man. Mm-hmm. Which, you know...
Never works out.
Yeah, it never works out. $80, $90, $100 samples. What's our most expensive?
Including plane tickets?
Yeah, that's true. So some Italian ones, Punis were about $90 US.
Was Arctic Velvet? No, because it's cheap in Iceland.
But take the Euro exchange. The Arctic Velvets are probably about $70 US, $60. The Macallan 12 that I have was really expensive, but it was also...
It was a giant bottle.
It was a giant bottle.
It's 50 or 150, whatever.
The Jura was pretty expensive. It was about $80.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a great birthday present.
The Garrison Brothers was about $80. Actually, the one I have was $125, but it was a special edition. What else do we have back here that might be?
I can't see.
The Auchentoshan was pretty expensive. Monkey Shoulders is pretty decent.
Monkey Shoulders is only like $35.
Yeah, it seems to have gone down.
Pretty reasonable.
35 almost every time we look at
Yeah.
it.
There's a smaller, like the 1,000 ml bottles. So we haven't been finding, and this last time we did find the 750s.
And some of the scotches that we haven't, the single malts that we haven't got, that are like, some of them are like, there's like $500 single malts, which I don't think I'll ever have the pleasure of trying.
The Gibson Finest can be a little costly sometimes, about 50. So we really haven't looked at the really common stuff other than Ancient Age and Kentucky Gentleman, Kentucky Deluxe, and McCormick.
McCormick's. Those are all
Yeah,
like,
we haven't even done the Kentucky Deluxe yet, have we? So, yeah, I kind of wish we knew what we were truly getting into, and the barrel rating would probably be a little bit tweaked. Maybe. I don't know. So, let's get with this. The cost was a 1 at $50. Aroma: sharp, pungent, mild, light, pleasant.
That's not bad.
Cody just gave the bitter beer taste, or bitter beer face. What's wrong there?
Is it going up my nose?
Yeah, you keep pouring it down your nose. I don't think you've actually learned how to
You're
drink.
not supposed to put an
and smell.
eyedropper in your nose to get the aroma. That's not how it works, is it? Let me try it out here.
Going 2,
You're going to 2?
maybe 2.5.
Maybe 3. Maybe
Yeah, I
3
don't
and a half, maybe 4.
understand that.
What are you giving it?
2.5.
2.5?
I just don't smell much aroma besides the fact that it tingles up my nose.
Equals up, you know.
That is kind of. I'm thinking a 3.5 or 4, and I can't decide which.
Let's just go ahead and put you at a 3.5.
Because there's not like. It doesn't. I don't know what Cody's talking about. with
Yeah.
it. But there's not like huge bowl aroma. It's.
That's why I gave it a 3.5 as well. It's between a mild and a light.
Yeah.
It's got some really nice aromatic smells to it.
Mm-hmm. But it's just not one of those that is like, oh, I just want to hook
Look at
this
this
up
color. Such a nice golden amber color.
Yeah, I'd say a good strong 3.5.
Okay. So 3.5 on aroma. Let's look at flavor. Very alcohol, bitter but palpable, moderate, pleasant, and rich. And I'm sure that Cody's going to put it as a 1. Very alcoholic.
What is this swill?
It's got a silky flavor to it.
It's got a little bit of richness to it.
Is he alive?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Look at that look. So it's obvious this is not one of Cody's favorites. I think he's actually having a stroke. This
Yeah,
dead silence you hear, or you're not hearing anything, it's it's him messing with his
Mike.
but it's Cody not talking because he can't figure something out. Cody's giving it a 3. I give it a 3.5. I agree with Andy. It's pretty tasty.
It's got a nice
It's got a
flavor.
nice, pleasant flavor. However, I didn't go as far as a 4. Actually, I'm going to give it a 4 too. But in doing so, I'm only giving it a 3 on bite. because I do agree with Cody. It's got a little bit of a heat to it, and my lips are kind of burning.
What was the proof on this again?
86.
Yeah, I'd give it a 3. It is a little bit. I mean, it's a medium, which isn't.
Cody smile.
Did he give it his flavor?
Yeah?
Yeah, he gave it as a 2.5.
Oh.
And what do you give on bite?
On flavor?
Oh, on flavor, you gave it a 3. Aroma, you gave 2.5.
Bite, I'm going 2.5.
2.5.
I feel the bite and then it lingers.
This gives me an 11.5, or basically a 2.75 barrel rating. This is going to give Andy an 11.5, or basically, wait, did you really give it only a 3.5 on? Oh, I see what I did.
Little hamster's already drunk in there.
No, I just put it in the wrong one. Andy and I had pretty much are across the board the same. And then Cody, you're giving it a 9, which is a 2.5. So basically we're saying it's a 3 barrel, you're saying it's a 2.5. And I think we're going to go ahead and keep it at a 3 barrel.
Oh, fine. My opinions don't matter.
Yeah, they really don't. But
No.
What the hell?
I'm pretty sure the channel's called Bourbon and Booze. Not Bourbon, Booze, and the monkey
And
behind
Son.
the camera.
I think we should change the channel name.
To Monkey
We'll
and.
start a petition.
Okay, start a petition to change the channel name from Bourbon to Booze to Monkey.
I'll sign that off.
Monkey behind the camera.
Hey,
Yeah, this-
I could be a real monkey behind the camera.
No. You're already fidgeting back there with stuff that we can all hear the clacking. I'm going to have lots of editing to get rid of stuff.
It's very low clacking.
So, I drink this straight.
This is pretty good. I would.
Rare occasions over an ice cube.
Mhm.
But I just drink it straight.
And I think, as opposed to our last episode where I was like, it was good, but I wasn't really thinking about buying it again because there's so many other choices. I could see buying this again.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Except for the cost point. That's pretty.
The cost point is an issue.
$50.
So, of the 3 bourbons that we picked up, or the 3 whiskeys that we picked up, that I picked up in
Boston
on our last trip, we had the Putnam Rye at $36.99, and it had an overall rating of 3.5. We had the Bully Boy, which we just did in the previous episode, and it was at here, I still have that here since we did back-to-backs, at $34.99, same cost. Yeah, basically the same price, $34.99, and it was a 2.5. And now we have the Bully Boy at $50, and we're giving it a 3. Or I'm sorry, the Berkshires at $50 at a 3. So the Putnam 3.5, the Berkshires at a 3, and the Bully Boy is at a 2.5. So where's the Putnam? Here, I'm gonna go off screen for a minute. So those are our 3 choices that we got from Boston. Which one would you go to? If you were sitting at a bar and they only had 3 bourbons, which would you go?
God.
He's back there with a mouthful of food. And we just ate.
We got to get this into the studio away from the food.
Yeah. Where I just press play and not even invite him up. So all future videos you'll see Andy sitting there with nobody here, and you'll see me walk around and sit in my seat.
I don't know what we'd do without our monkey, though.
Which one would you do?
I think I'd do the,
The Putnam?
yeah.
Yeah, I think the Putnam's at a higher rating. it would be a toss-up for me. But I think I'd do the Putnam and then the Berkshires. Yeah, that's what I would do. Not that Bully Boy's bad, as we discussed in the last video, but these are a little bit better flavor, better aroma. Putnam just because it's cheaper than this. If this wasn't at that rating,
this was the same price as this. It would be kind of
because you're adding a whole point value. So this would shoot up to this would shoot almost up to the same as this, as a 3.5. In fact, on Aroma, this is curious. On Aroma, I gave it a 4. Well, we gave it a 4, and on this we gave it a 4 or a 3.5. On flavor, we gave it a 3.5. We gave it a 4 on this, and then we gave it a 4 on bite, and we gave it a 3 on bite. So this is definitely a little bit better sample. Interesting. We've never done that. We've never like cross-referenced these together.
No.
That might be something we should think about doing, is cross-referencing past, I don't know, scotches or past blended and stuff from those regions. And because we got quite a few Texans, we can start lining up some of the Texas styles and then deciding what we like best.
Yeah, because we could do like the Willet versus the Woodward Reserve, and because I think those were all kind of the same.
Like the same region, Kentucky region.
And we kind of gave them all kind of the close barrel rating, but...
Well, in our 50th episode, the three of us sat down and we talked about our 3 go-tos that we just liked. And so as we come up closer to our 100th, we might think about something.
What did you do, Cody?
We're still recording. We just can't see each other because Cody's fidgeting like crazy over there. So let's go ahead and end this episode. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Check out the merchandise. Check out the website. Make sure you follow our webpage, bourbonandbooze.com, and also Twitter and the whole gamut. And remember, there's no bad whiskey. There's only good whiskey and great whiskey. And even though this is a 3-barrel, I'm almost pushing it to a good 0.5 whiskey. Cheers.
All right. Laters. Cody, put that down.
I forgot to plug in the power supply for the camera.
Okay.
So I was putting it in.
So hopefully.
So why do we really need him?